So today I am excited to give you a tour of Roswell, Georgia. I'm Vita Wooten, your family's favorite realtor, and take a tour with me throughout Roswell, Georgia. So, we're going to talk about Roswell Cobb as well as Roswell Fulton. But we're not going to go in my car. This is not going to be that type of tour. This is going to be one of my favorite map tours. So sit back, relax, get your pen and your paper out because I'm going to take you on a little journey. And if you know anything about me, you know I am going to have plenty of parks to show you because I love parks and recreation. So let me get us squared away. Okay, right here in the center of my map, you see some places that I favorited that I'm going to take us on a tour today. These areas are all in Roswell. So if you can see, Roswell is just north of Atlanta, north of downtown Atlanta, and slightly west of Alpharetta, Georgia, and a tad east of Cobb County, and most particularly slightly east of East Cobb. So Roswell sits between East Cobb and Fulton, Alpharetta, Georgia. Did you know that Roswell is also the number seventh best place or suburb in Atlanta? So there's a little nugget for you. The number seven best suburb in Atlanta to live is Roswell, Georgia, with about 92,000 people for its population, and the average home sales price is between 650 and $688,000. So if you're looking for a beautiful home in a great suburb, convenient to Atlanta, great area with plenty of parks and recreation, then Roswell might be a city for you to check out. Reach out to me, call me, email me, text me. Let me know if you want to take a live tour to homes in Roswell or just get a feel for the area. I'm your girl. I can help you out. So let me pan in and begin our tour. So I am going to start on the Cobb side, or the western side of Roswell, with Ansley Golf Club at Setting Down Creek. So several of you all have reached out to me and said, hey, I want to know about more golf courses. I don't know why you're reaching out to me about golf, because the only thing I know about golf courses is setting up deals and going to the clubhouse and maybe dining at one of the restaurants. I probably need to get out on the course a little bit more, but here's a beautiful, beautiful golf course. It is called Ansley Golf Club at Setting Down Creek. It is, as you can see, has many great stars, almost 5 stars, 4.8 stars. And this is at the northwestern tip of Roswell. So I'm going to bring us down a little bit to, again, you know, I have to mention some parks. Mountain Park. Mountain Park is an area that is actually an area. It's an area of Roswell. Like some people might say, well, where are you in Roswell? And they'll say, oh, Mountain Park area. Course, there's your Chick-fil-A, your Targets. There is a Lifetime Fitness over there. I took you to a Lifetime in Woodstock. This is actually kind of off the same road, Highway 92, which is one of the major thoroughfares that will take you from Cobb into Roswell without having to get on the highway. That's the Mountain Park area. There are a plethora of shops. There are some live, work, play townhomes that I've had the pleasure of selling several clients in, gated communities, accessible to multiple gyms. There are so many people that are into health and wellness in Roswell that you're going to find a lot more shops like that in Roswell. You'll find big commercial type gyms, as well as some of the smaller, more boutique style gyms. And of course, you have the regular shops and stores like the Home Depots and those sort of things. One thing that's very interesting about Metro Atlanta, as I compare it to some of the other large metropolitan areas that I've been to or that I've lived in, you really can have an area or a city, especially north of Atlanta, such as Roswell, that is it's basically self-contained. And what I mean by that is if you didn't want to leave the area, you really don't have to. There's a mall. The mall is in Alpharetta, which is still 10, 15 minutes away. The big traditional type of mall that you're thinking about. But boutiques, shops, Home Depots, groceries, Whole Foods, all of those are still going to be found within Roswell. Of course, there's schools, um, the places of worship, fine dining, regular dining, hotels, everything. So you literally don't have to leave Roswell to go to maybe like Atlanta or Buckhead or something like that if you don't want to. There's plenty of places with live entertainment. And speaking of which, I'm going to take us further down into there's another park, Roswell Area Park. This one is great for the children. Most of the parks allow dogs. Obviously, your dogs need to be on a leash or in the dog park area and just pick up, clean up after the dogs. That's no problem. And um, you will find that there is so many different things for you to do indoors and outdoors. And with 92,000 people as a population, obviously this is a very robust city. So you're never going to have to figure out, well, what should I do or where can I go? And if you do have trouble, just check my page. Make sure you click subscribe because I'm constantly putting new content out here. And let me know, put in the comments some more information that you would like to see or learn about. Maybe you want a list of activities for families or activities for singles or activities for couples. I don't know. Tell me what it is you want. I'll try to deliver. I'm always going to give you real estate information, but outside of that, what else would you like to see? But you have to click subscribe and click that bell so you'll be notified whenever new content is provided, and then we can go from there. So let's talk about Waterfall, Roswell Mill Waterfall. So this is I'm going to say this is a historic place. And I actually put a marker here, and I want to tell you interesting fact about the historic Roswell factory and mill area. Um, so this marker is placed from the 19th century, and the Chattahoochee River water power, which caused Roswell King to establish a town here in 1837. Look at me talking about history. Like I am not a history buff, but I love interesting facts. So he had a cotton mill in operation in 1839, and by 1853, two cotton mills, a woolen mill, a flour mill, and a tannery were in operation, employing 250 hands in 1864. So that tells you some history about that. Then, of course, Sherman came, burned the mills, and the operatives were sent north. The female skilled operatives were sent north to deprive the South of their services. And of course, we need the cotton mills and we needed the woolen mills. But the mills were rebuilt after the war and have been in continuous operation. So, see, that is a fact I bet you didn't know about. But that is a little unknown or maybe known history fact that I think you might appreciate. So we're going to leave the Roswell Factory district. After I've told you about that, there's a phenomenal waterfall, or we call it the Roswell Mill Waterfall. It's a tourist attraction. It's a place where you can go take lots of pictures. I've seen people in wedding gowns over there taking pictures. I've seen people from prom. I've just seen anybody just go over there and just want to take pictures. It's open now. It's open 7 days a week. It looks like it closes today at 9 p.m. If you want to check it out, you can go to roswellgov.com because it is a government site, but it's gorgeous because you don't have to go out of the country. You don't have to go out of the state. You don't have to go down to the coast to see a waterfall. You can see it right here at Roswell Mill Waterfall. So if you haven't been there, maybe you already live here in Metro Atlanta and didn't even know about that. Why don't you take a trip to Roswell and check it out? I will say it's a little bit crowded on the weekends sometimes, as you would imagine with this beautiful weather that we have. Um, but going on down a little bit further down the Chattahoochee River, we have, and and here we sometimes say the hooch as opposed to Chattahoochee River, saying the whole thing. We have Azalea. Oh, no, let's go to Atlanta Rowing Club. This is a club in the boathouse. It's, as you hear, a rowing club. So if you're into that, and a lot of times you can go out and you'll drive over, like maybe you're coming from Collins Drive or leaving Roswell, you'll be on a bridge and you can look down and you'll see rowers out there in their I guess they're rowboats. Um, going down Azalea Drive. That's where you can enter the rowing club in the boathouse. That's also open. It looks like it has a late closing time at 10 p.m. Something beautiful to watch. As you can see, this picture here looks like it's almost either a sunrise or a sunset. If you're into boating or rowing, this might be a place that you can come with your kayak or your canoe or even a paddle boat, and go down there and check it out. Find out what the rules are. Find out when you're able to go down there. There's parking. There's trails that you can walk along. There's areas where you can take a blanket and just lay out, or bring your food, have a little picnic, or whatever you want to do. It's really, really, really nice to watch. And then there's a smidget of a breeze down there as well, right off the water, which is really, really nice too. So next we're going to go to, I want to show you, okay, this just talks about Roswell in general. So this kind of gives you the shape of Roswell. It's kind of oblong, and it starts, like I said, at the northwestern side in Cobb County, and then it crosses over into Fulton County, and it goes to the southeastern section of Alpharetta. It's north of Dunwoody and Sandy Springs. So that kind of gives you an idea. It's a nice size city. You can access Roswell from downtown coming up 19, which is also known as Georgia 400. There used to be a toll there, it used to be a toll road years back, but I guess they made the money that they had said they were going to make from the toll, and they actually took the toll down. So that toll is no longer there. So you can take that. You can take I-285, which is also known as the perimeter, that goes around the city. And, I'm not going to do this whole tour without my spectacles because I need to be able to see. You can take 285, or you could take 92, like I told you, directly in from Cobb or East Cobb. Also, you could take 120, which is the 120 loop. Remember I told you on another video about the big chicken? Well, that is on 120, also known as Roswell Road. You could take that straight into Roswell. Look at that. So you have 120, you have Highway 92, you have 285, that you can pick up from 75, and you have Georgia 400. So there are multiple ways into Roswell. So next stop we're going to go to is the Chattahoochee Nature Center. Now, I love this. You probably know that I like the outdoors. So this has 120 acres. There's paths, there's discovery centers, there's animals, there's nature exhibits. So there's the outdoor part, but there's actually the center that you can go into, and like a little museum, check all of those things out inside of the nature center. Closes around 7 p.m. I think it's $21, $22, something like that, to go inside of the nature center. But there's a plethora of things to see in there. Of course, the restrooms are in there, as well as a little gift shop and those sort of things. And this is right off of Willio Road, which is where I was telling you the Chattahoochee River. You can access that and see that from Willio Road as well. And you can see the water right underneath. If I can stop highlighting things, you can get to that from the 120 loop, Roswell Road. That's also known as the 120 loop, or you can get to it from Highway 9 and take Azalea Drive. So there's multiple ways in and out. So next, I want to take you. Okay, so I didn't highlight this, but the kids love the Sky Zone, the trampoline park. This is where they go inside and there's all the bouncy things they can climb, they can jump. They provide them with the protective socks and things that they can wear. Always have parties here, birthday parties. So if you're looking for a place in Roswell for your children to hang out, or you don't want to be outside because it's a little bit too hot, and you want to go inside and you want to just relax and let the kids go run and jump and have their thing, they can. But if you want to jump and do all that stuff, you can jump too. It's not just for children. You can allow them to have fun. You can have fun with them. Y'all can have a jump contest and do your thing if that's what you're into. So now let's move over to, we went to Roswell Factory. We went to the mill, Roswell Mill and the Waterfall. We saw that. Azalea Park. This is right next to the Chattahoochee Nature Center. This is what I was talking about. This is off Azalea Drive. So Azalea Drive and Willio Road are right next to each other. This is where you can get on kayaks. You can go fishing. So my husband loves to fish. You can do fishing. There's a playground, picnic areas. You can hike. There's walking trails. Dogs are allowed. The hikes are kid friendly. So it's not like rugged or rough terrain. It's not huge inclines or steep. It's not like a mountain hike. It's just like a steady, gradual walking hike. So that is really nice. You can definitely find time to just go there and get lost in the time and just enjoy the beautiful nature. I will say, if we have heavy, heavy, heavy rains for a long time, this area has been prone to flooding. Can you believe it? And the point I'm bringing this up is that lets you know how much water there is, and it's really close to the shore. So it's not like it's deep down or it's a steep ravine or anything. You literally can just stand on the side and throw your fishing rod or your lure out there and just literally stand there and go fishing. So that's really nice. Or like I said, watch the kayakers or just take your kayak in there as well. It says it's open 24 hours. I don't think the shop to rent the kayaks and things like that are always open, but you can always just go by the park whenever you want because it's open. All right, so we did that. I talked about Chattahoochee Nature Center, showed you Roswell. We did Roswell Area Park, which is a traditional park, slides and swings and things. Riverside Park. So Riverside Park is again trails. There's a boat launch. There's a spray park. Kids love to run in the water and do all that thing. There's outdoor concerts and things at this park. Now, Riverside Park is going to be right off of Riverside Road, and this is going to be just on your northern tip of Sandy Springs or Dunwoody, going right. It's like the last stop before you get into the Sandy Springs Dunwoody area. Very nice. There's always something going on there. And the outdoor concerts are nice. You don't know who's going to be playing or what's going to be going on. Just go out there, hang out, lay your blanket out, and just enjoy the sound of the music. That's a really great a place to go when you want to be outside. Then there's the bike trail for those that are really enthusiastic about staying in shape or they love to ride the bike as opposed to being in the water. We have Roswell Greenway Bike Trail. And as you can imagine, it's a trail that you can take your bikes on, but it's long. It goes all in, and it's covered mostly with trees, so it's a shaded area. I would say it's fairly safe. You can also hike if you don't want to take your bike on the trail. Just obviously stay to the right, out of the way of the bikers. But typically, if a bike is coming up behind you, they'll say, "Coming up your right, coming up the left," or whatever. So you'll know, just step away to the side. But that's a really nice trail for you to be able to enjoy some nature areas. And okay, I showed you the golf course. I talked to you about, oh, I didn't tell you about the Memorial Park. So this is another green space. It has a lake, and it says jogging trail. I thought that was cute. It didn't say walking trail. I guess they're trying to get you to jog, stay in shape, but it's a 2.3 miles. So you can practice or get ready for your marathons. This is a great place for you to do your warm-ups or do your half marathons or get in the practice of being prepared for a real full marathon. There's a dog park. There's a recreation center, and at the rec center, they have art classes and those sort of things. This park obviously is also open 24 hours. This is at the northwestern side of Cobb over in that mountain park area, and this is open 24 hours a day because it is a park. You may see some signs posted as far as parking there. It may say closes at dark or dusk or something like that, but generally speaking, it is 24 hours, so you can go whenever you want, just want to relax. East Roswell Park. So I do notice I have a lot of parks. I really just like parks. Something about parks. Just great. This is off Fouts Road. Now, this is a 40-acre park. Has sports fields on one side, there's some trails, there's playgrounds. If you go to my video about places in East Cobb, you'll see East Cobb Park. The park in East Cobb and this East Roswell Park, they remind me of each other for whatever reason. Maybe it's the pavilions or the gazebos where you can have a gathering or maybe a reunion, family reunion, or a big group of people, a birthday party or something like that. You can come to East Roswell Park, and it's very, very similar to the one in my video at East Cobb Park. So dogs are allowed, and there's a recreation center and disc golf course here. So they have that. So it has a couple little different things in the East Cobb Park, but it's really another nice park. Here's another country club or golf club for you, or Country Club of Roswell. This one's open till 10 p.m. and this is off Club Springs Drive in Roswell. Now we're in Roswell 30076, but as opposed to the western side of Roswell 30075. So we're over in 76, which is the Fulton County side. And this is a country club if you're interested in golf or just having a membership at the country club or tennis. There are a lot of tennis courts, a lot of tennis clubs that you can join. And if you're into tennis, if you like to play, then I would suggest checking this out. Or if you just like to watch, this is a place that you can go check it out. And then last but not least, I'm going to take you over to Horseshoe Bend Country Club. Now, this is a subdivision that I sell in, and it's off of, I take Highway 92, which turns into, what's the road? The name changes, but it's actually 92. Steeplechase Lane. This is where the country club in Horseshoe Bend is. That's not the main thoroughfare that you access to get into, which is, like I said, Highway 92. This community is huge. There are hundreds of homes there. You know me, I love homes that have different styles. They don't all look the same. They're not cookie cutter. The country club does close at 6 p.m. This is a great place where you can go have brunch or an early dinner, play golf, and those sort of things. I am happy to have shown you all around Roswell today, Cobb County, Roswell, Fulton County, Roswell, and all the areas in between. So again, if you like what I have to offer, what I'm showing you in this content, make sure you check back often, click like, click subscribe, put some comments below what you think about the areas. If you want to see something in particular, I'm happy to read those comments and respond. I'm your girl Vita, telling you all about Metro Atlanta, most particularly East Cobb and the surrounding northern suburbs. And for now, I'm going to tell you toodaloo on Roswell. I had a great time on this tour. I hope you did. And be sure to come back often. Take care and have a great day.